Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Guy in His Room. Strategies, motivations, and just anecdotal fun stories about how to change your life and achieve your full potential. This is A Guy
in His Room.
There's no weight limit, there's no age limit on getting your life back on track. And that's why we
Here at A Guy in His Room want to help you just do just that. Don't say you can't, say you won't, okay? Alright, welcome to another Guy in His Room. I'm not going live this time, I'm just on demand recording this time, guys.
maybe I'll just do live streams sometimes. I mean, I think when I have a guest on, I would want to. But yeah, I don't know like what the point is. Like, I kind of do like the on demand. I like doing it not live because like I just worry that people's gonna be tuning in and shit and like see dead air or something. I don't know. I'm just like not used to. I don't know if I can get used to the live thing on my own anyway. It's not like this any different except like, if I'm looking something up, I can cut it out. You know what I mean? But anyway, welcome to another week of A Guy in His Room. Things keep getting crazier and crazier out there in the world. Got a lot of stories going on. What's going on in the news? What's going on in the world? I'm here to tell you the news stories. Apparently, there's going to be another Spinal Tap movie. Spinal Tap 2. Spinal Tap 2. Which we all know that's going to be good. We all know that's going to be good. Look, people, can't we just stop with the... sequels and remakes? I mean, this is decades old now. Let's stop, people. Come on, people. Look, I love the original Spinal Tap movie. I watched it countless times. I even watched it with the commentary on, and the actors were in character doing the commentary. But do we really need a sequel is the question I'm going to ask all my listeners today. Do you really think we need a sequel to this movie? I don't think so, to be honest. Decades later, do a sequel. You know what they should do is they have done a special. They did do a reunion special, so never mind. Apparently, they're doing a full sequel now. And look, the production has already confirmed its cameos, which sucks. Anytime there's celeb cameos, it's like, okay, it's gonna suck. When there's too many celebrities in anything, in any movie almost. Yeah, I just don't like that they're making this sequel way, way later. I mean, okay, so maybe obviously they'll be their older aged people. So it's like, oh, they're reuniting after a 15-year hiatus. I mean, I just don't want this to happen. I'm not saying those guys aren't funny anymore or whatever, but Rob Reiner is annoying. He's like really political now. It's hard to not think of that. How could he be funny? What has he even done? Like, does he direct anything anymore? Let's see if he's been direct to anything. Carl Reiner was his father who started the Dick Van Dyke Show, another nepotism baby. Another nepo baby. Nepo baby. I call them. That's like a trend now to call like a celeb that has like um parents that were successful to a nepo baby. Oh, you only got that because and it's like, well, it's true. It's true, but it's also like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that. I never have really liked um to like celebrity that are kids of like, and you don't even know that because a lot of them will change their last name and pretend they're not um the kid of someone like I don't know this singer, I forget her name, Saint Vincent, who's like an indie singer. Her parents are like crazy, like I have to look this up. Celebrities that have these successful parents, and everybody thinks like she's like this like. Well, I don't really know her music. I think like I've tried to listen to her and I didn't really get into it. But I mean this whole like made a fake name of Saint Vincent, and again, it's not even saying who her parents are here. She was born to Sharon. Oh, maybe it was like one of her relatives then. Like I don't. That father works in corporate tax administration. I don't. I mean, I'm not seeing anything in here. Weird. I must be. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else now. I don't know. See, this is a part where I could have cut this out. It's like a waste of time. Her father went to jail. I don't know why he went to jail. Oh, stock. Her father was sentenced to 12 years in jail for being involved in a multi-million-dollar stock manipulation scheme. Oh boy. Uh, so I think people would I don't know. That's impressive. She could keep that a secret. It has nothing to do with her, but yeah. No, I don't. I guess it's just one of those. I don't know. I don't really get why she's liked or whatever. I mean, I don't. Just one of those people already haven't gotten into their music or anything. Um. So I guess not. Maybe I don't know. I thought it was like she was a Vanderbilt or something. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on with Rob Reiner? Rob Reiner. What's he doing? So he's playing characters randomly. He played a character, New Girl. Did he do this movie? Yeah. Wait, he was just in this movie. No, he did direct this. A group of journalists covering George W. Bush's planned invasion of Iraq. So that's a political movie. I don't I don't really know if he directed much. Like, did he direct this one or? Oh, he did. And So It Goes, and it looks terrible. Romantic comedy. Romantic comedy. Direct. Oh, good. This has a list of. None of these are funny looking at all. Being Charlie. What's that mean? Doesn't look like a comedy. LBJ, definitely not. There's a lot of serious stuff he's doing now. Albert Brooks, Defending My Life. I guess that's related to comedy. So he did this documentary about Albert Brooks. That's like the closest thing to a comedy he's done in a while. Romantic comedy. He's done some romantic comedies here. The Bucket List. Looks depressing as fuck. Another romantic comedy. Yeah, like nothing funny. I mean, this is Spinal Tap is like the only funny movie. Oh, The Princess Bride. Everybody loves that movie. I haven't really. I don't know if I've really seen the whole thing or like I don't know. I mean, yeah. So like, I guess because he did the Spinal Tap 1, I don't know. I just don't see how it could be good unless it's like, it's like how they're doing the Beetlejuice 2 after decades and decades. Let me see. I'll look that up now. It's called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, an upcoming film by Tim Burton. This is so we don't even. Oh, because I remember the writer's strike. They said this was going to come out, and then it couldn't because of the writer's strike. That's all I know about it. Um, so like, I guess Michael Keaton agreed to do it, but I'm just again low expectations. Like, it's just too much time has passed. I just don't. I don't think so. So it's probably already done because like if they said it was delayed. Yeah, again, like Tim Burton hasn't had great stuff for a while either. So like again, yeah, just I mean, but then again, if somebody else was gonna direct it, you also would be like, I don't know about that. So really, like, I guess it should be by the original people, but I just don't. I don't know why. I mean, well, we know why, obviously, but like, and I'm really not looking forward to this Joker sequel. I mean, I don't need to see Lady Gaga act. Like, I just don't need it. Um, I hate the idea that it's a musical. I bet you this will not be that great. Like, I'd be surprised if this. So, the first one, like it kind of ends like I almost don't see how they make a sequel to it because of the way how the first one ended. Is this even a photo? Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, is she supposed to be Harley Quinn in it or what? Like, they said it was gonna be a musical, and I'm like, ugh. I mean, maybe if it's a joke one, like it's supposed to be a comedy. I don't know. Again, I just don't. I mean, look at these, and then these like Ghostbusters, new Ghostbusters. Like, were those any good? I mean, I don't know if I saw. I don't think I did see the newer ones. There's like none of these look good. None of these look good. Damsel. Hell yeah. Empowering woman. Empowered woman takes on whatever. All right, these looks like shit. Oh, this is the Oxford stuff. Um. Oh, there's a new one coming out. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Yeah. March 22. So that's like this month, but I mean, I still don't want to see it, especially seeing that it just showed Patton Oswalt. So this must be a continuation of the last one, which I didn't see. Yeah, the Afterlife, which I did not see. So it's like when a single mom, yeah, so it is a continuation because it has these people in it. Oh, the Stranger Things kid is in it. So they're trying to do a Ghostbusters Stranger Things crossover. Don't cross the streams, guys. Remember that? Oh, I'm glad Patton Oswalt has to make a cameo in every nerd thing. Like he got to some level of fame, and then he had to make a cameo in everything. He was on like Mystery Science Theater when they made new ones. He's in this new Ghostbusters. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Is that a guy or girl? I don't know. this has to be better, but these new ones have to be better than, the female, the Force is female. the I'm with her version. They should have just called it like a Hillary version of. I didn't even see it, so I can't. But so Bill Murray, I mean, these people don't need to. That's the thing. Like, I don't really. I mean, I get why they want those older Ghostbusters to make a cameo, but they're just too old now. It's like the new Indiana Jones when he's still doing it at 80 plus years old. Like. So this is just like Stranger Things. You have the kid's mom, another kid, and Paul Rudd probably dating the mom or he's the husband. I don't know. Oh yeah, so I haven't seen it. Yeah, man, that whole like situation with Patton Oswalt's wife is just odd. I'm definitely not saying he had something to do with his late wife passing, but it's very weird. I mean, if I did watch the whole HBO documentary on her, and it was also about the Golden State Killer because she was like working on writing a book about it, and it kind of tried to make her seem like, oh, she solved it, and it really wasn't. Like, I think they were being generous, but I mean, she did take tons of medication. And I don't like, if he wasn't a celebrity, he probably could have been charged, I think, with something like just probably got the pills. I don't like think he thought she was going to pass away or whatever, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really want to speculate about that. It was weird though, just the way they. I don't know. It was obviously an accident, and like, in the whole documentary, Randy's kind of emotionless and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. Ghostbusters new and old must join forces. Yeah, Spinal Tap sequel. Here's some more entertainment news. Oscar viewership rises 4% as Oppenheimer dominated ceremonies just an hour earlier. Oh, is that what had something to do with it? Yeah, who gives a fuck about this? I mean, I've never, cared. I've never cared. I've never gone, oh, that won an Oscar, I gotta watch it. I mean, it might make you think, well, it has to be good, or it has to be good enough. But I have, sometimes the movies are just like, I don't know, Oscar bait, they called them. I will say it's kind of funny and ironic that, the reason, Oppenheimer won everything. I mean, Oppenheimer it wasn't a woke movie. It wasn't like how everything is now, where it has to be modern. It was about something old, and, they could have made it in any era. Not now. They could have made it whatever. And that's what won, because it doesn't matter what, the skin color of the actors are. It's ridiculous. He just, I don't know, just who cares about that stuff. But it is funny that, Oppenheimer won everything. Yeah, you can't, it's not a diverse movie at all, and it just won, so. It doesn't matter and it is a good movie, but, I also think it's also, like I was saying about Dune, there's nothing good out anymore. I mean, there's really, now I'm going back and watching, what is there new that, I mean, God, man, it does suck, though, because everybody used to talk about shows like, oh, you gotta see, oh, did you see this? Oh, did you see the new, whatever? Now there's nothing. What the hell are people watching? That new True Detective I heard someone mention? I mean, yeah, I haven't finished it, but That's why I was watching the first season of it. And I don't, I'll probably just watch the new season, not the middle ones. But again, like that's the only thing I can think of that. But no one's raving about it. No one's going like, dude. I mean, Game of Thrones, and even when The Walking Dead was first out, like everybody was watching these shows. Everybody, because they didn't have these stupid like rules about like who knows how many secret rules they have on the set of these things. Like, hey, don't say this word. It's like a triggering word. Like they probably do have like they're called like what are they called? Sensitivity readers where they check for, and this is real by the way. They check for language and stuff that's like insensitive. They're called a sensitivity reader. These people are working in Hollywood. I mean, that's, and everything sucks now. So that's why. As soon as you have like these nannies, where like Hollywood is just like a nanny state now, it's like certain things are still fine though, like any kind of degeneracy is usually fine. There's no sensitivity readers for those. It's just like, I don't know, maybe it is even that too now. Who knows? I know because they have like intimacy coordinators now. Well, they probably, I don't know, maybe they're new. I mean, there's a whole thing about like, there's the DEI, but there's now also like this huge push about accessibility and like being accessible to any kind of handicap that you might think, like stuff that like who knows, 1 out of every 1 billion people have, like I'll make sure. I mean, you can do like I don't know. I guess that's like, if they're just talking about, well, the thing is like now, like I guess movies will have subtitles. Like you can go to a movie theater and go to a showing with subtitles now. And I did do that recently, and I didn't even realize it. And I was just watching it, kind of not realizing it. And it's not like, it's whatever, but it's also like, well, uh, what if that goes crazy and it's like, well, in case somebody has, like this, then we're gonna show like, I don't know, braille on every seat that you can. Why go to a movie theater in the first place, though? I guess I don't know. Right now, it's like just obviously it's a push because I see it in every job listing too. Like, no, meet accessible guidelines. It's like that honestly wasn't a thing until very, very recently. I mean, my last job didn't even talk about it. Like, and then all of a sudden, there's now a huge thing about it. I don't get it, but you know what's weird? Like it says here, the Oscars keep like this website's kind of like, oh, we had better ratings because of Oppenheimer. I don't know. Why does that make sense though? I mean, again, it's just like one of those things. Like, whoa, there's a movie that's actually good or even decent that makes sense. That's not talking about sexuality or race or whatever all the time. Oh my God, Oppenheimer. Let's go watch his historical thing. We all know what it is. Um, and like I said, like with Dune, like anytime there's something okay, you're like, oh my God, this is good. What? You can't even believe it. I gotta watch the Oscars because there's actually a movie I saw that I wanted to see. What? Um, Barbie. From what I heard, Barbie wasn't bad. Like it was. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it, but uh, so it's weird to me that this website says let's see. Yeah, it's admitting that the ratings are on a steady decline for the past decade. By 2020, that audience was nearly halved. The pandemic certainly accelerated that decline. Why? What? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, what? Well, if that's true, it's because they didn't. Wait, didn't they not do the Oscars or something, or did they do it remote? I don't know. I forget, but that doesn't make sense as an explanation unless you include that. Oh, and it's because they did it remote and nobody wanted to watch like a zoomed in Oscars thing. um, yeah, well, because everybody was at home. I mean, nobody's gonna want to watch something when they're just sitting at home doing nothing. So no, that's when everybody would be watching. That's why everybody watched that stupid Tiger King thing. Everyone just watched it because there was nothing to do. And that wasn't a forced, diverse thing. That's another thing. Again, everybody's just watching the Tiger King. Nobody cared that it was like gay guys in it and he was like allegedly grooming gay guys or whatever they said. And everybody forgets about that. They all liked the guy, but he actually wasn't a good person. I mean, that's the funny thing about that whole thing. They're like, "Oh, he's great. He's so funny." It's like he actually wasn't a good. If you watch the documentary, I mean, he is a very vindictive, crazy guy. Like he's not a good. He might be like engaging or entertaining, but like it's funny that like, but everybody hates Trump, but everybody liked Tiger King. He was for Trump, wasn't he? He ran for whatever president. Oh, I love this guy. He's so funny. Maybe it's because he wasn't a risk or whatever. Like, oh, he's not actually. I don't know. It was weird, but yeah, he wasn't a great. He wasn't even a good person, but that just took off. Everybody it had no agenda. It had no, and everybody across the board probably was watching that. Even the most like radical activist, unless you were an animal person. Are you watching Tiger King? Are you watching Tiger King? You seen Tiger King? Remember Tiger King? Remember Tiger King? He's like this guy. He's like a tiger guy. He's a king, but he's like, it's so funny, dude. You gotta watch. It's crazy, crazy, dude. You watching Tiger King? That was every day back then. I feel like even my coworkers are like, "Oh, you see, it's like Tiger King." Again, like nothing. People at least like had different opinions about Game of. I mean, yeah, the last season was like, but I mean, at least people were watching something, and it wasn't like, I don't know. I just, what are the biggest shows? I mean, I know I've done an episode like this before. But the 35 most anticipated. There can't be that many. The 35 soon to be canceled new shows of 2024. It's a post-strike year, it says. Entertainment news. The 35 most anticipated new shows. Number 1, Expats, starring Nicole Kidman in a show I've never heard of and have no interest in. It's a long-awaited limited series on Amazon. Following 3 expats, which also I think that means you move to another country that you weren't born in, because I've seen that used for British people that move to New York and stuff. So that's boring. Number 2, Feud, Capote versus the Swans. I never heard of this. This sounds boring too. High society women who were scorned after their friend Truman Capote published scathing stories about their secrets. Okay, it's boring. Gay people probably like it. This seems like a big gay show that they're gonna watch because it has Capote in it. Genius, MLK and Martin. So race-related show, of course. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, who cares? Boring, stupid. I've seen I've seen ads for this. around, but I have no fucking interest. Oh, so there was a short-lived 1996 CBS series on Mr. Smith. And you'll never believe this, people, but guess what? It's race swapped. It's race swapped. It's race swapped. It's race swapped. We got a black guy, and an Asian woman, interracial, interesting, exciting. You never believe this. We got
interracial fucking couple. Do you believe me? You hear me? Did you fucking hear me?
It's an Asian girl and Daniel Glover, black guy. Okay? I don't know if you heard me, but it's two different races. It's interracial. So that means, holy shit, I have to watch it. Yeah, I remember the Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt movie from 2005. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was gonna be. And of course that wasn't good enough because she's a white woman. So we had to at least have a mixed race couple. I mean, because that's gonna make it fresh. Because like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, who fucking no one cares. Does anyone even give a fuck? Like, who cared about that old movie? The only reason people cared about it was because they were a couple at the time. They were a hot it couple. It was a celebrity it couple, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, starring together as two assassins or whatever they were. Alright, so this is shit, I bet. I'm gonna look it up now, and I will put my entire non-existent paycheck on. Okay, so the original movie starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Pitt. I don't know if she changed the name back then. 2005, I got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not too bad, not too great either. Now we have the new season, the new, I guess reboot? I don't know. Oh, it's an arranged marriage? What? How? It's a black guy and this looks terrible. Oh, look at this guy's in it. Ron Perlman's in it, so that's good. He's not an idiot. Let's look at the user reviews. People are misunderstanding this series. So I guess it's nothing to do with the movie. So I guess that's good. That's 1 point in its favor. Two pretend married agents going on missions. The chemistry is there. I mean, okay, whatever. Who cares? I don't know. I don't like all these celeb appearances. Again, I just don't like that. I feel like it's gonna suck when it has that many. Oh, is that a known thing, by the way? Too many celebs make it bad. That's kind of my theory. It's a theory I have. But I just think it's a sign that it's gonna stop. It just is. I guess not. Can't find anybody that talks about it. Too many celebs in a movie. I'll just look that up. And by that I mean A-list celebrity. If there's a bunch of fucking A-list celebrities in a movie, I'm like, oh, it's just kind of a. I don't know, just not good. So some of these people say better than expected. Some say grown. somewhat interesting, just doesn't work. Yeah, it's pretty mixed. It's just like obviously they did that whole diverse thing because like you know what, that is a weird thing they do. They always have like they just always like I don't know, maybe it started with the Crazy Rich Asians, but they always put an Asian and stuff now too. It'll be like black and then Asian couple, or like and there's no Spanish. They don't insert Spanish in there. I don't know why that is. But you know, there was that reboot of. I bet you that's already canceled. Quantum Leap reboot. So yeah, there was this that had the Asian guy. Again, this was obviously another we're rebooting, and all we're doing is putting a different race in. So I guess it got bad reviews. I don't know. It was renewed for a second season, which is kind of surprising, actually. I mean, I just don't really get. I don't know. They would be playing it safe really bad too. Like, I don't know. I wonder how this really was. I don't think I could even watch it. NBC. I bet you it's all like. See, look at this one. Ben Winters, a teenager who escapes from abusive academy for troubled youth. See, it's all gonna be like message, like woke stuff in here. Like, oh, criminals can't help it. So I guess the original did do that too, though. It had morals and stuff. It had like Ben leaps into Carlos Mendez, a high school basketball coach in 2012, whose daughter Gia struggles with backlash being a transgender student and athlete. Gia faces backlash from the community, particularly from the mother of one of her teammates. Ben struggles to protect Gia. So this is that's a trans episode, pro trans, putting them on women's teams episode. Here's one about an Indian immigrant. See, this is all woke stuff. Here's another. Wait. A teenager wrongfully accused. See, again, that's another, like, criminals never do anything bad. It's the system's fault. Now, I mean, I know that happens, and I don't like the system or anything either, but. All right, anyway, so I was looking at the new shows. Almost forgot. And another one called One Day on Netflix. Never heard of it. The New Look on Apple TV. Never heard of it. English language biopic. That's boring. Oh, this one could be something. Constellation. Oh, this I might watch this. It probably sucks, but I don't know. Apple TV, it has a couple of good ones. I forget what the one's called. The Foundation. I like, For All Mankind. I sort of, like, I got into it, but then it was just, like, trash after a while. There's another one called Invasion that's, like, the writing is so bad. I mean, the dialogue is so bad, and I actually am gonna guess that they use AI in that show to maybe even write the story, because it's like this lady, his husband's an asshole cheater, and just like, I don't know, it's just so stilted and weird. It's not even like how people act, and like just the dialogue is not smart. I mean. And everything looks so good in it. But I don't know, this one looks, I don't know. Constellation. A psychological thriller about an astronaut who returns to Earth. I'm gonna watch that. But so some Apple TV I'm gonna recommend, but some is terrible. But it looks good. It all looks really good, actually. Like the production's like, I don't know how they get that much to look so good, but Avatar: Last Airbender live action. Oh brother. Fans of the original have waited with bated breath to find out if this new one, starring a completely Asian and indigenous cast, like what does that matter? Make it good. It doesn't matter. Fine, good if they're. I mean, The Walking Dead again. How many of these zombie shows do we need? I mean, I never even really watched. I watched like the first episode of Walking Dead. That's it. But I'm just not that into zombie stuff. Shogun, yeah. Okay, none of these look interesting, but yeah, these, I don't know. These just look like depressing. 3-body problem. What's that? Oh, it's by the Game of Thrones guys. Oh, this might be interesting. It's based on a sprawling series of... Oh, they're probably going to ruin it. Maybe I'll watch it to see if I should read it, you know? Because I like this, that it's about during the Cultural Revolution. I like that, and that it's sci-fi somehow. This looks boring. I don't know. A lot of this is just, oh, Fallout I forgot about. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna wait till, like, they finish the season, maybe. Some of these shows, I'm like, should I even bother until it... you don't know if something's good until, like, a full, like, season, basically. Alright, so there's, like, 2 out of... I don't know. Okay, that looks okay. That looks... Doom Prophecy. Oh, yeah, but I don't... See, it's TBA. They talked about this years ago. TBA. Don't even put them on here if they're TBA. Dude, that's gonna be so good if it does. TBA means it might not even happen. I know this business. I know when things are a sure thing or not. Man, I love Biden's like racist kind of racist comments he always makes. Because like nobody calls him out, and it's just funny. It's just really funny, like just goddamn funny, yo. Why can't I log in? Hello? Hello? Hold on there. I have to find Biden. Oh, it might have been on President Biden's Twitter account. I don't even know. So I really thought this was funny, just the way that the pic, if he didn't delete it or something. March 10. No, it was before that. God damn it, where is it?
Send me a bipartisan national security bill. History is literally watching. History is watching. If the United States walks away, it will put Ukraine at risk. Europe is at risk. The free world will be at risk, emboldening others to do what they wish to do us harm. My message to President Putin, who I've known for a long time, is simple. We will not walk away.
Whoa, dude, powerful. Whoa, whoa. God damn it, where's that fucking picture at? Alright, I'm gonna look on my phone, maybe it's deleted. Oh, it's at his Joe Biden account. Please don't be deleted. I love the blacks. Oh, here it is. So this is funny to me because it's like, I don't know, it's just funny. How do people not see when you're being used as a prop for his campaign? I mean, look at this. He's pointing at black people and they're in the... So, so he's like, I see a future for all Americans because I'm a president for all Americans. And he points at the black people. Hey, give me a, hey, can you, looking at the blacks or, put the blacks in the picture. Just, what? Mr. President, I'm sorry, but I don't know if they like you saying the blacks about them. I love the blacks. What are you talking about? Get out of here. I love the blacks. I love Mexicans. I love the 7-Elevens. I mean, the Indians. Ain't nobody, you ain't black. You ain't nothing. You ain't a woman if you don't vote for me. You ain't nobody. Because, look, he's, pointing to the blacks, hey, guys. I'm a president for all... You guys are Americans, too, by the way. This is what Joe Biden's thinking when he's doing this picture and putting this caption. Here's what he's thinking. He's going, yeah, I don't even... You know what? Blacks are Americans, too. I'll say it. I'm brave. I'll say it. Wait, but Mr. President, we already all think that. What? No. Let me say that. No. I love the blacks. Hey, get me a picture just pointing to black people, please. I want a picture where I'm just pointing at them.
For Mayor Trump, and you ain't black.
You ain't black. Yeah, I gotta say, it is weird that, they somehow get him to, not be completely, falling asleep or whatever. Oh, I never saw these clips.
Homes and parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
What? Oh man, that's where you don't want to have this kind of president trying to talk about race or anything. Unlike the blacks, Latinos ain't half bad.
With incredibly different attitudes.
I like that food I like their food that Bell that dog it says I want my Taco Bell. I like your dog there.
Attitudes about different things. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Sequestered in my home is because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf.
I'm like the token black or the token woman. I was the token young person.
They're going to put you all back in chains. I have great relationships with them because there's an awful lot of driving cabs.
They will, or a portion of them will, become...
We bring social workers in.
I guess he did this back in 2020. Biden backtracks comments contrasting that. Oh, that's the comment I just played. By the way, unlike the African American community, with some exceptions, the Latino community is incredibly diverse. So yeah, he can't really talk about race without sounding like a fucking... Oh, that's weird. What? Joe Biden said, suggesting why people were able to quarantine during COVID pandemic. they're saying, geez, the reason I was able to stay sequestered in my home is because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf. Yeah, so he obviously does equate poor with black and Spanish and then white. Like that's how it's just like what he thinks, you know. I just love his race. They're not half bad. Finds history of getting away with racism. I just think this stuff is like funny hypocrisy because they're like all like he's trying to sound actually progressive, but he actually comes off sounding worse. Oh boy. Biden said Latinos in America resist vaccinations because, quote, they're worried that they'll be vaccinated and deported. He thinks every race is illegal. That's why, like, recently he said something like, I support illegal immigrants, like undocumented immigrants, because they built their country. What? Oh, that one. Yeah, this is really funny. In 2006, he said, I'm gonna just play this one because I feel like he was trying. He thought he was. He he thought he was probably. He seriously probably thought he was sounding progressive. On a recent edition of a C-SPAN series, Road to the White House, Biden is shown shaking hands with a man and boasting about his support among Indian Americans, or as he calls them, 7-Elevens. Just kidding, he doesn't say that, but I've had a great relationship in Delaware. The largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. Man, that's so funny. And then they had to explain it away here. The point Biden was making is that there has been a vibrant Indian American community in Delaware for decades. Oh, see? Look. Earlier Friday on MSNBC, Biden added, it was meant as a compliment. God. You can't go into a Dunkin' Donuts without being accosted by 2 to 10 Indian 7-Eleven heads. Biden, I don't know if you should call Indian Americans 7-Elevens or Dunkin' Donuts. You shouldn't say, hey, who's that Dunkin' guy over there? You're accosted by him. It ain't half bad. Some of your guys' food, some of the Spanish food over there, I like it. It was meant as a compliment. And I know Jill said something. Hold on. Everybody just acting like so crazy sensitive about Trump's comments and then not for any other Democrat ever. Obama is the first Obama is the first mainstream African American who's articulate, bright, and clean. No other black guy. They all talk the same. They all talk Ebonic language. I don't even know what they say. I can't hear them, understand them. Corn pop, especially. God, man. I really want to find clips of him.
What was the one or two issues that most disappointed you or surprised you as far as President Obama is concerned and caused you to leave his side?
Wolf, I have to tell you, I don't have to go any further than 24 hours ago. When I heard the Vice President of the United States, someone I grew up admiring, someone I've been on platforms with,
Hell yeah.
when I heard him go to Danville, Virginia, and talk about politics in a way that no serious candidate ought to talk about it, when I heard him reach the bottom of the deck and talk about one party putting people in chains, when I heard someone that I admired and have been on platforms with
Oh, you must have said the Republicans are going to put you back in chains.
talk about ordinary conservative principles as being essentially racial viciousness, because that's the allegation he was making yesterday, I was disappointed by it, but I have to
They want to put you back in chains.
tell you, it brought back memories to me. It brought back memories of these Democratic politicians in the South who think they can go before black crowds and say one thing, that nobody else will hear it, and that they can somehow get a cheer in the room, and that they can blithely go on about their business. That's not the way you can do politics anymore because of the media, and I think Vice President Biden, I hope Vice President Biden learned an important lesson. I know what Joe Biden was doing yesterday, and every black person in that room knew who the y'all was. They knew what the chains were about.
That makes sense to you? Everyone would be watching an event like this. It wasn't.
They're going to put you back in chains. Oh, so this is the funny thing he did recently.
That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals?
There was immediate backlash from his base, but in an interview given on the tarmac outside of Air Force One the next day, Biden seemed to double down, saying, quote, technically he's not supposed to be here. But pressure from within the party seemed to force an apology during a sit-down with MSNBC's Jonathan Capehart on Saturday. Let's take a listen.
During your response to her heckling of you,
Unbelievable. This guy got, it's just like, you better apologize. You better apologize. And then he gives in.
you used the word illegal when talking about the man who
Fucking cares.
allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person. And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, when I spoke about the difference between Trump and me, one of the things I talked about on the border was that the way he talks about vermin, the way he talks about these people polluting the blood. I talked about what I'm not going to do, what I won't do. I'm not going to treat any of these people with disrespect. Look, they built the country. The reason our economy is growing. We have to control the border and more orderly flow, but I don't share his view at all.
So you
Mexican people built America? What? Don't say that they illegally came. What? Who fucking cares? I mean, I don't get it. How is that a slur to say that? Don't say they're illegally in the country, but just say undocumented. Hey, listen, I'm. Hey, did you murder that person? Hey. Hey. Unintentional manslaughter, guys. Don't call me a murderer, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so edgy. I'm sorry that I was so offensive and edgy to say illegal. What he did, though, is funny because you can tell these people that are like this are fake about it because, like, the moment, like, they aren't on, illegals just comes out. It's like, hey, no, illegals. It's like, no, he talks that way in private. Just say, like, okay, I shouldn't have said that because I was on the, doing the speech for the people. I stated my speech for the people. George W. So yeah, just remember blacks. If you guys blacks are out there, I love you. You ain't black. I don't know. He's fucking terrible. I can't stand. I mean, even if he has no energy to do, I just don't. I'm sick of it. I don't care at this point, even really who else gets in there. Just somebody that's not like, about to keel over every second. Like, you don't even know, like, hey, give him another shot. We already gave him 10 today. I don't know. Give him another one. Come on. Come on, Jack.
Listen, fat. You piece of shit. The moment he's not
On camera, I bet you he's like, hey, you fat, ugly bitch. I thought you liked me. Where's Hunter? We're going to go do coke even though I'm 80 plus. That was funny, though, when they thought the White House cocaine thing was Biden. Like, are you kidding me? He'd die. I think it would, like, make your heart, I don't think that's good for your heart to do coke at 80 plus years old. How many insults are black voters supposed to take from Joe Biden? You guys are fucking dumb. Oh, yeah, I remember this. Like, it was Charlemagne, I don't know, some black guy was like, asked him if he was going to do the cognitive test that Trump did, and he goes, no, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying you, before you got in this program, you're you're taking a test whether you're taking cocaine or not. What do you think, huh? Are you a junkie? God, what? I think that was Don Lemon. Oh, it wasn't. It was somebody else. So it was a black journalist, and he goes, have you taken a company? No, I haven't tested. Why the hell would I take a test? Hey, come on, man. Where is the fucking video at? Oh, here we go.
Election where both candidates are well over 70, each has questioned the other's mental agility. Our own Errol Barnett asked the presumptive Democratic...
we had an opportunity to speak and agility.
And that's like saying, no, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not. What do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say?
I mean, what the fuck was that?
To President Trump, who brags about his tests.
It doesn't make any, do the test. What? Why would I take a test? Because you're fucking old. What are you talking about? I'm not old. Like, that's how he is probably in person, because it seems like he just lies, and I'm not saying other politicians don't or whatever, but he just seems so blatant about it. Like, I mean, pretty much the same as Trump. Like, the way Trump probably would, be as stubborn as that. Like, why would I take that? But Trump did take the test. So again, it's like, and it did seem fake. Like, his fake doctor's checkups. Like, oh, he's the best health everyone's ever been in. So yeah, Biden's an idiot. I mean, that's like dumb as fuck. Like, to say, like, why would I take a test? Like, because I know I'm smart. Oh, so I guess maybe he's trying to say, like, I've been a politician for this many years, so, like, of course I don't need a test. That's not the reason, though. It's because you're old as fuck and you act retarded, that's why. I mean, God, that was a bad clip there. But it didn't matter. I mean, I swear, like, probably people voted Biden just because they were sick of the constant Trump news. And it still really didn't go away. It just was maybe dialed down a little bit, but it was still going on. That was kind of my hope, was like, all right, no focus on Trump at least. But nope. Well, look at this, guys. White guy won the Oscar, so that's, piece of shit. I mean, I don't know. I think we're past the whole Oscar so white thing. And people now are just like, yeah, give him the Oscar. Oh, people are saying they muted him when he said, I stand before you a proud Irishman. Why? Yeah, it's not surprising. You can always know, too, like, who's going to win the Oscar and what's going to win. Oscar smoskers, I say, Fuck that shit. Shit. Let's see if there's anything funny in the news, dude. Oh boy. New York's most place. New York's most famous.
New York's most famous sex club, accused of ignoring sex assaults and creeps at orgies. Never heard of this place. I guess if I did, I would have been a freak. It's a Brooklyn sex club that preaches safety, respect, and sex positivity. Oh my god. See, this is
what I mean, like, the people that are all about this virtue signaling, whatever stuff, like, oh, I'm so great, I'm, like, sex positive. They're fucking obviously full of shit. It's like, it's just obvious statements. Like, yes, of course I'm against sex assault. Anybody that's overtly like, dude, I really hate. Dude, like, you don't understand.
I'm, like, so anti-rape that I will murder somebody, dude. If I even see somebody whistle at a girl, like a construction dude whistles at a girl, I will literally cut his head off, piss down his throat, and fuck his head. Okay? I'll fuck you till you love me, bitch.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you fucking even look at a girl, I'll cut your eye out and then piss in the hole. I don't give a shit, dude. That was really a trend for a while, like when the Me Too stuff happened. Like, how can I tweet or post and be the most anti-sex assault or whatever Me Too stuff? Like, how can I outdo the other guy that was also saying that? I'm a man and I'm ashamed. What the fuck is up with men right now? Oh, I wish I, like, I don't know, saved a bunch of those old posts. Like, it's probably hard to find them now. People, just guys that are like, all right, so this is, anybody, again, they preach safety, respect, and sex positivity, but, and you'll never believe this, they're the creeps. Oh my God, can you fucking believe this? The guy who preaches the most, it's like an old saying from, like, who knows when, 1 AD, that, like, there's, like, some Bible passage about don't be the guy who prays in view of the public to, like, just to do it to get noticed or whatever. So this is, 10 current and former members of Hacienda allege that the leaders of the group, which operates in a series of Bushwick townhouses that could be near me, repeatedly failed to take action after they reported violent or creepy behavior, according to the New York Times. One of the founders,
a Brit who goes by Kenneth Play, so that's not his real name, has been accused of publicly performing a non-consensual sex act on a woman at one of the group's parties about a decade ago. And then he was banned from other sex clubs in the city, according to the Times. Well, that's weird because he said he preached sex positivity and like consent and stuff, right? Didn't he say that? Well, he couldn't have done that then because he already said that he preached safety, respect, and sex positivity, so he couldn't have. He said a woman that says she was raped and two others that they were slammed against walls. That couldn't have happened there because they said.
Wait, I don't. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. I just don't like. How could this happen? What is going on? He said. They said they preached safety, respect, and sex positivity. But then, a decade later, one woman said she was raped, and two others said they were slammed against walls. Tonight on Dateline rape. So he did deny the accusation. How could someone who said they were, quote, all about safety, respect, and sex positivity, how could they possibly slam two women against walls and rape another one? How is that? That doesn't make any sense. I stand wholeheartedly. Well, wait, he is a Brit, so he would sound like this. I stand wholeheartedly with victims of assault and never want to discredit a woman's experience or stifle her voice. The group's accusers, including women and non-binary people, whatever that,
non-binary people, said they were reluctant to report the behavior of police. Because they were felt that making claims against the club would betray its sex-positive ethos.
I don't want to say anything because they're known for being sex-positive. I don't want to hurt their reputation just because I got raped and slammed against a wall. In interviews with the Times, the members claimed that the club's famously freewheeling atmosphere has more than once blurred the lines between a naughty good time and sexual abuse. One woman, Jennifer Fisher, told the Times that she was badgered into having sex by a guest of an orgy being hosted at the house in 2012. Yeah, that's kind of a long time, but I wonder why it's coming out right now. Did something just happen now? Ew. Here's the guy here. I mean, I kind of assume he's gay or something. But then again, there's been no, I think I talked about before, there's been no accusations for, gay people except for Kevin Spacey. I haven't heard, anything else. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be abusing women just because you're not attracted to them. Plus, if you work in a quote-unquote sex-positive... Oh, good. They said they're about love and sex positivity. So I guess, they couldn't have done it then. What? Hey, guess what? You still did it. I don't care if you say that you're not doing it. That's kind of the whole woke thing, too. It's maybe people are catching on now, just because somebody says a million times that they're a good person, their actions are what you go by. That's it. I don't go by no words and shit no more. I've been burned like, yo, for real.
I've been burned way too many times to take words seriously. I only go by actions. So this is like, I mean, any sex club that
Has like no outside supervision. Like, I don't. Any sex club that gets crazy, I mean, yeah, of course it's gonna. You probably also have drug use. You also have alcohol. I mean, yeah, again, this was a decade or more than a decade ago. I don't know why this is coming out now. Like, I don't get it. So this just came out. Why? Well, I can't really read the Times article. How do you call the police to report something that happened at a sex party? They'd say, okay, which deviant do I arrest first? So they must have been like self-conscious about even reporting it because it is a sex club. But they still have laws, you know, if you're into this shit. The group was founded by polyamorous married couple Andrew Cry and Elizabeth whatever, who go by the names Andrew and they use fake names. That's weird. The third founder is Play, a sex educator and former personal trainer who GQ lauded as the world's greatest sex hacker. I don't know if that's just like a clever term they're using. So he's denying it. I don't know. I don't get why it's coming out 12 years after. But of course this would happen, you know. And also, like, I don't know how the whole woke thing about like, oh, get consent all the time, get consent midway through something. Like, no, that's not how shit works. Like, so that is scary, but it's also like, I could see if you're not paying attention. Like, if you have a bunch of people, although obviously sexual assault is totally different, and then getting slammed into walls. Who knows? This might not even do it. This might not even go anywhere. But this brought me this related article. At work.
I work at an NYC underground sex club. Here's what really goes on behind closed doors by Brooke. Something. Oh, it's a porn star turned mixologist. So cops go in there, of course. I'm not surprised. They provide so much business because they tell their other cop friends they can come here and have a good time.
I mean, I'm not at all surprised. Plenty of cops are douchebags, scumbags. Although I don't know if you're not a scumbag, just. This is funny. Men strike out all the time, especially on days when it's only dudes in the building. That would be sad going to one of these and it's only guys there. Okay, like, again, this is a thing where I'm like, well, why would you want to work at this? Why would you have to be a deviant yourself? I mean, yeah, she was a porn star, it says. But this is literally a quote from the article. I have to be topless for part of the night, she explained, adding that some clients will stand next to her at the bar and pleasure themselves. Ugh. Some customers will have sex at the bar while looking right at her. Going to sex clubs. Somebody commented, going to sex clubs in the 70s and 80s were a big deal. Everybody went to them. But I had no idea they were still a thing. In this day and age of instant sex, people are so misguided about dating apps. I mean, unless you're like a top, really good looking, tall guy, whatever. It's not instant sex. I mean, get out of it. You know, for most people, that's not. If you're a girl, yeah, you could do that. If you're a gay guy, yeah. I don't know about lesbians, how they, but probably similar. I don't know, actually. Maybe not. Women probably aren't like that at all. Do lesbians just want to hook up? I mean, but I just think, yeah, that's a really crazy misconception. Like, maybe when it first started, though, people were less self-conscious and they just were hooking up. And then it's like, it just became a thing, hookup dating apps, and then I think girls started to put, that's when I noticed girls started to put no hookups or I'm not here just to hook up in their profile, and that's like a lot in a lot of profiles now, so I think that's why they put it there. Because there is this like misconception that you literally go on a dating app and you're just gonna fuck somebody. I'm not saying it can't happen or that it, but like, yeah, I guess this makes more sense that they used to be more of a thing, and then AIDS happened. That had to spoil all the fun. AIDS had to spoil all the fun. Monkeypox. Remember that for 1 month? For 2 weeks? For 2 weeks? For 2 weeks? For 2 weeks? Yeah, dude, yeah. I've been listening to this Captain Beefheart guy. I guess he was in the, a weird guy who did, he's like a earlier Tom Waits, and it seems like Tom Waits may have ripped him off a little with the whole, like, the way he looked and stuff. But he apparently had this big range where he could sing really low. I should try to find that audio file because that way I won't get in trouble. I didn't even notice it at first, but I read like, oh yeah, he could sing really low.
Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Still crying about the burning back in World War II's. One mad man, 6 million knees. Down in Dachau blues, down in Dachau blues.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. Yeah, but that was me and my friend from college. Like, I sometimes bring up this guy that was in I was in the choir because I had a music degree at the college, and there was this guy in the choir that thought he could sing really deep, but like, it just didn't. It sounded like he was faking. Like, it was not really. Like, it was just like nasally sounding. So like, he would think he's going low. He'd be like, but like, you're not hitting the note though. If you're doing a fake out, like I'm not singing when I'm going. It's when you know you can't hit the note is when you do that fake deep voice. You're like, I don't really know how to sing as low as that guy did, but yeah, he'd be like singing in the choir. He'd be like, I'll take the low note. I'll take the low note. And then he'd go, I mean, yeah, you're really not a bass or whatever they call it. There was like a baritone and then bass or something. And he thought he was like a bass. He was like, Let me see if we can find somebody hitting on low note or something. Singing low notes. Okay, see that to me, he's not singing. Again, he's not. He's not singing. Yeah, I don't consider that singing either, though. Like the Captain Beefheart guy, you could tell he's like hitting the note, but like going. Oh, I think I did play this before, like maybe not on the podcast.
Tim Storms has the world's deepest voice.
See, I'm not singing. I'm just fake. Dude, listen to me sing this low note quick. Amazing grace. All right, now hear me when I go 8 octaves below it. Ready? Dude, I just shit my pants. Holy shit.
Goes so low the human ear can't hear it.
That's
Tim holds the Guinness World Record for having the widest vocal range of 10 octaves.
My lowest note would be somewhere around if you were to take another piano and sit
and then
on
fart.
The bottom, on the left side of a piano, that would be
my lowest note. My lowest note would probably be like if you took 3 pianos and then one of the pianos took a shit in the mouth of the other one. And then it farted that out and then shat that out into another piano's mouth. And then that piano took 4 different pianos and then he went to the back bottom of that other last piano. You maybe could find the lowest note I could choose.
8 octaves lower than the lowest G on the piano.
Tim Storm.
His talent was discovered
Tim Storm.
after he sang at a Christian summer camp as a child, and it deepened even further when he reached adulthood.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound that low, and then you try to actually hit it, and you're like, oh.
Decca Records.
Lower than the lowest.
His talent was discovered even
I'm
further.
going to try this one. What? No, that's fake. How? Alright, it does sound like he's hitting that note there. When compared to the other one I just played.
Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Still crying about the burning back in World War II's. One mad man, 6 million leaves. Down in Dachau blues, down in Dachau blues.
Yeah, I can't. That guy sounded lower.
Gotta walk.
I just shit myself. I just shit myself. Here's me hitting the lowest of the lowest. of the low, 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 low song.
Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. I just hit the low F, low F, low F, low S,
Whoa. It does sound like he's hitting a pedal, though. It does sound like, hey, everybody. I can hit really low, like I'll sing like, hey, everybody. God. He must have a medical thing. Like, how do you even do that? I hit the low, 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 beefheart flat. Up the brown note.
This is the brown note. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. See you next time. See you next time. After I clean up my fucking shit. Piss and fucking shit. I sing so low that piss and fucking shit everywhere. Everywhere. See you next time, guys.
Singing low notes. Okay, see that to me he's not singing. Again, he's not singing. Okay, see that to me he's not singing. Again, he's not singing. Like the Captain Beefheart guy, you could tell he's like hitting the note. But like going Oh, I think I did play this before, like maybe not on the podcast.
Tim Storms has the world's deepest voice.
See, I'm not singing, I'm just fake. Dude, listen to me sing this low note quick. Amazing grace. All right, now hear me when I go 8 octaves below it. Ready? Dude, I just shit my pants. Holy shit.
Goes so low the human ear can't hear it.
That's
Tim holds the Guinness World Record for having the widest vocal range of 10 octaves.
My lowest note would be somewhere around if you were to take another piano and sit
on the
bottom, on the left side of a piano, that would be
That would be my lowest note. My lowest note would probably be like if you took 3 pianos and then one of the pianos took a shit in the mouth of the other one. And then it farted that out and then shat that out into another piano's mouth. And then that piano took 4 different pianos and then he went to the back bottom of that other last piano. You maybe could find the lowest note I could choose.
8 octaves lower than the lowest G on the piano.
Tim Storm.
His talent was discovered
Tim Storm.
after he sang at a Christian summer camp as a child, and it deepened even further when he reached adulthood.
Like me.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound that low, and then you try to actually hit it, and you're like, oh.
Decca Records.
Lower than the lowest.
His talent was discovered and even
I'm
further.
gonna try this one. What? No, that's fake. How? How? Alright, it does sound like he's hitting that note there. When compared to the other one I just played.
Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Dachau blues, those poor Jews. Still crying about the burning back in World War II. One mad man, 6 million news. Down in Dachau blues, down in Dachau blues.
Yeah, I can't. That guy sounded lower.
I gotta walk
I just shit myself. Ah, I just shit myself. Ah, ah. Here's me hitting the lowest of the lowest. Of the low song.
Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. I just hit the low F, low F, low F, low S,
Whoa. It does sound like he's hitting a pedal, though. It does sound like, hey, everybody. I can hit really low, like I'll sing like, hey, everybody. God. He must have a medical thing. Like, how do you even do that? I hit the low beefheart flat. Up the brown note.
This is the brown note. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. See you next time. See you next time. After I clean up my fucking shit. Piss of fucking shit. I sing so low that piss and fucking shit everywhere. See you next time, guys.